Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Bullet Cat and we are playing No Rest for the Wicked. We're going to do one more video on this one just to show a little bit more of the new Crucible. So in our last episode we kind of went over a bit of what they did with the recent updates. There was a lot of bug fixing, a couple small things here and there, but the big thing they did is overhaul the Cerim Crucible. And I did try it in the last run and that didn't go so well. But we're going to do it again today. I have played it a couple times, and I think I've gotten kind of back into the swing of things. I changed up my character a little bit. Not really the build at all. I just added a two-handed greatsword as an extra weapon, which I don't really ever use. But I did that so I could, if you see on the A rune over there, I have return set on that one. I used to have it set on my B rune here with the blood-rusted sword. But I realized that was kind of a waste, as you can just have a second weapon available, and you can always just swap to it if I ever want to return back to Sacrament. So that's what I did there, and the other thing I did, with my initial blood-rusted sword, I had one of the gems socketed with the diamond so that I got extra experience, which I realized is actually kind of a silly idea because you hit max level and then it's a complete waste of a gem slot. So I wouldn't recommend actually using that. Unless you are willing to use a weapon that you'll then throw away once you hit max level. But I was able, therefore, to put in that stamina gem, so I gained 3% of stamina on damage dealt. But that's the only thing that's really changed about this weapon. So now I have Plague Whirl, which costs quite a lot of focus, and I kind of just spin around and do plague damage as I hit enemies around. I just thought I'd add another attack. I find I don't really use it all that much, but it's just kind of nice to have it available. What else? Yeah, I think that's kind of it. I'm going to, for today's video, I'm basically just going to run through the Crucible so you guys can see hopefully what a full run through looks like. You'll see a full run through. Whether or not I do it on the first time is a different discussion. They've increased the difficulty of the final boss, the Echo Knight. Well, I guess the actual attacks aren't so much different. You know, it's the same pattern recognition that you need, all that kind of stuff, but he does have a lot more health than I remember him having. Unless I'm just completely going crazy, but it does mean the fight's a little bit more tricky, so you just have to be a bit more careful. But other than that, it's kind of straightforward. And as long as you don't fall off like I did in the last attempt on the last video, then you're fine. Most of it is kind of the same. The new faction, I've already forgotten what they're called, but they're like mold or plant infested creatures. Yeah, I still haven't really gotten a handle on them, and that like I haven't been able to do backstabs on them and stuff like that, but yeah, they're not too bad. Other than that, I think it's pretty straightforward. There's one thing I kind of wanted to see if I could show you today. There's a bug with one of the echoes that you can get. That's the map. I guess I can't view echoes, of course, until I'm in the thing, so let's just jump in. But there is a bug with one of the echoes that you can get. So, and there's no guarantee that I'll even get this echo this run because it is, of course, random. But there's an echo you can get that kind of does an electric pulse around you. Oh, look, we already have the new faction. Let's see. Ooh, each kill. Okay, so before I carry on, sorry, I know I'm getting sidetracked. But what I have done is, because I've played this a couple times, I have saved up a decent amount of the... Oh, what's that resource called again? I forget. But I've used that resource to unlock... what is the exalting? That's what it's called. So I have exalted this piece of armor, and I will show you what it looks like when you can do that. I've only been able to exalt this one because I've been spending that resource on other things, such as these unlocking access to better echoes. So this is a unique one. I'm curious about this one because what's great about these unique ones is they don't have a downside. I've found one thing that's kind of frustrated me since the start of early access is that anything with a purple rarity, I forget what that rarity is called, but if it's purple, you know, it's supposed to be better than blue, but all of them have a downside, whereas like blue don't. They have the great upsides but no downsides. So I haven't found any purple echoes or even items in the game that I think are like good enough to warrant the downside. And the great thing about the unique echoes is they are really good and no downside. So I definitely recommend if you're playing this game and you're running the Crucible, save up the resources that you need to get these unique echoes, because I've used a couple and some of them are absolutely incredible, like lifesteal, all that kind of stuff. So there was a run I did where I got a lifesteal one and I basically never had to heal. You know, as long as you're dodging and hitting. I think it was 10% lifesteal, and it was just fantastic. But what else? Okay, so I don't have the rune that I wanted to, not the rune, the echo that I wanted to talk about with the bug. So I'll get back to that. Basically, it's this echo that makes you pulse electricity in an area around you every few seconds, right? And so it does electric damage to everything around you. There's a couple that do that. There's a frost one. There's echoes that like make you do area of damage, whether electric or frost or whatever, if you get hit, all that kind of stuff. But this electric one that pulses just every couple seconds, I've only noticed it with this one, and it's happened to me both times I've got it. When I finish the run, right, when I complete the Crucible, all my other echoes go away, as they should, but for some reason this electric one stays, and so you can go out into the normal game and have this constant pulsing electric field around you, which is kind of broken. But on top of that, you can do into your next Crucible runs, as long as you don't die, you just keep this electric pulse. And so you can just keep doing runs with this extra electric pulse, this kind of extra echo that you don't even have equipped. So just something to keep in mind if you're struggling, and before they patch it out. But other than that, I think we're just going to go ahead. I'm definitely going to go for this Blitzing Fury one, and this, I want to try this Thunderlord. It says each kill summons a lightning bolt. So I don't know, does that mean it just strikes a random enemy near us? Don't know how that works really, but they've generally been very good. I can also use this stuff to heal now. If you look at the bottom there, it says left button heal 100%. I unlock that by giving up an offering as well. But yeah, let's go. You'll see what the offerings and echoes, I mean offerings and exalting and all that looks like when we get to the shop fellow. All right, what do we need? I think we've got all the food that we need. Just a reminder to everyone, I think I may have run through this in previous videos, but basically the build I use on my main weapon, I have just the normal, the twirl, then I have the damage boost on my Y, blink, which again is so fantastically good, and now obviously I have this plague swirl. Yeah, and that's kind of all you really need. And because I'm playing with a normal weight class, I've been able to pump a lot into my armor. It's all fully upgraded now. Oh, that's the other thing, and I'll show you actually when we get there, but you can unlock a shop, like a normal shop for items that you use for upgrading, like ingots and stuff, at the midway shop in the Crucible. And that means, you know, like they used to have it at the blacksmith where you could buy as many ingots as you wanted, but they patched that out. Now you can do that once you've unlocked this at the shop. So I've been able to upgrade everything to full, which is great. But yeah, let me get back to what I was saying. So I have all my armor fully upgraded, and I'm with running a normal build. So I have a huge amount of armor, 1282. So I don't take a ton of damage. I've got a lot of hit points. Yeah, that's the build I'm running. It's a strength build, bit of a heavier build. It's not as quick and agile like my first playthrough, but enough. Dithering and dathering. Let's get fighting. Alright, so yeah, I mean, they're pretty fast and creepy and can be annoying, but as long as you just, you know, as usual, stay focused and calm, it's not too bad. Obviously, the problem with the first time I played it is like I got so flustered by the amount of enemies I was having to face. Ooh, let's see if I can get a backstab on this guy. And I was in a part of the run where you could fall down, which was just unfortunate because oh man, I was hoping I got a backstab there. Yeah, which is unfortunate because I just got knocked off by one of the dudes. Oh, I dodged off. I can't even remember. I'd have to go find the clip again. That's another cool thing they added with this update is like enemies can now jump to take you on. So if you're in a part of the level or something that they couldn't reach before, now they're able to jump and try and get to you, which is really cool. I want to save up for that first. I really want to see what it does. So, ooh, we've got a big guy over there. Let's get someone jumping. The funny thing about the jumping is, though, it does leave them vulnerable for a second, which is very helpful for me. Nice, okay. So let's get that straight away. Ooh, nice. We've already got the kill streak one as well. This is really good. There's also another echo, which I wanted to mention, which I found to be really good. It's just a common rarity. I haven't seen the upgraded version, but it's 10% to deal damage twice. You have a normal crit once as well, but that one I've found has proved to be very, very helpful. you know, this is not like Hades or something like that where you're going to have crazy variation between the things you can get, but there are quite a few interesting things you can do. Different builds you can go with. Obviously all temporary because it's roguelite, but alright. Let's dodge you. You're going to teleport, and I'm going to wreck you. Okay, so let's get this so we can start getting that damage. So here's an example of the plagued ones. It's a purple. Your damage is doubled, but your health is halved. So it's like, I guess if you want to go for a glass cannon build, that makes sense, but I don't know. It's just kind of annoying. For me, at least. Okay, so it summons a lightning bolt to strike the guy who already died. Okay, let me kill someone when there are others nearby. Wait, that seems like a completely pointless echo. Or am I... What am I missing here? Okay, so he did get... Looked like he got struck by the one that spawned after I killed his friend. Don't really know. Okay, let's get that one. I think I might get that stamina regen. That's pretty helpful. Kind of bummed about this. This kind of seems like it's only helpful if there's like a ton of enemies around you. Oh, let me change to this because I don't want to use up my main meal. So that's the other thing I didn't mention about my approach. Whoops, that's not the menu I wanted. I use this food for the boss fights, the sirloin platter, just because it heals basically my max health. Yeah, because my max health is 147. So it fully heals me, but it does also increase my health by 45. So once that's happened, it doesn't quite fully heal me. But it's not like I'm ever taking damage. I mean, healing from 0, because then I'd be dead. So it's basically always fully healing me and keeping my health a little bit extra. So that's just the one that I really like using. There's other meals you can use for sure that do good healing. But that is the one that I use. Okay, let me get that. And this is the one, actually. Generates a static field that shocks enemies. Okay, I'm going to get that. And we'll see if it's still... I haven't seen my game updates, so I don't think they've patched it out. But hopefully I'll be able to show you how, like, when you get that one, you can complete... Oh, that's the other thing. I need to get it and not die. But if I do, I'll be able to show you how you can get it, complete the run, and keep it on you. Also, I just realized that unique echo is completely useless in the final fight, which is kind of annoying. So in the future, I'm probably not going to be picking that. Okay, let's get this one going. So here, if you look at my character, bam. And bam. Okay, yeah, so every, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, like 3 or 4 seconds, you're getting this big shock. So hopefully I will be able to complete this run and show you that you can keep it on, unless the thing has somehow changed, or it was like some other use case where I somehow got it without realizing. Alright, we've got a decent amount. I've never used something like this, removes all environmental effects. For me, they aren't they aren't damaging or dangerous enough to really warrant using the trace stuff. Alright, I don't want that one. Enemies deal 10% less damage. Nah, don't know. The other thing that's weird is, like, there's also an echo that says you take 10% less damage, and I guess that includes, like, environmental. But is that basically the same as this? Not sure. Because this might be useful if you got a couple of these, because there is a plagued one that I use, which is like, I dealt 50% more damage, but I took 25% more. But if you counteract with this, then it's really good. So maybe I'm going to do that in case immobilized for 10 seconds at the start of the player's max health is reduced. Yep, completely pointless. What's 10 seconds to immobilize? Like, I guess that gives me enough time to run around and take a bunch of them out, but like when I think about the final boss fight as well, this feels really bad to me. Okay, I'm gonna have to probably re-roll all of those, so let's progress. Oh, we've got 18. We'll be able to exalt an item, I think. I believe the non-magic items cost like 15 to exalt, so let's get our damage boost back up. We got a big guy down there. Let's wait for him to walk away. Nice. Because yeah, he can knock me off, which I don't want. Nice. Okay, I'm going to re-roll for sure. The damage taken. See, that's I guess slightly different. Try to follow me. Yeah, slightly different from enemies dealing less dealing less damage. 5% chance the elemental gets doubled. I'm going to take this one again. Again, on the off chance that I get that purple one that gives me 50% increased damage. Yeah, one of the reasons I really love the blood rusted sword, sorry, and this is a starter item. It's only 10% 10 strength requirement. That's the thing I've said about this game that I don't fully understand is that, of course, this is going to have more damage because it's a two-handed weapon. But I've seen other things that require higher levels of the attribute but don't do as much even or more than this sword. So I don't fully understand what the point of getting them and equipping them is then in that case, you know. Okay, let's see. Who else have I got? I got a guy over there. But yeah, I love that's what's it called again? That spin attack, just because it costs so little, it does good damage and good poise damage. It's really good. I like it. I'm gonna do this again. And then, did I have enough health? Healing effects increased by 20%. Yeah, why not? Stamina recovery doubled, but focus gain halved. Nah, not worth it for me. Alright, so making pretty short work of all these bad boys. Oh, really? Nice. Okay, I'm going to save up to re-roll, but what's great now... Oh, we've got 20. So we have a lot of resource to barter with this fellow. The Seneschal. Alright, so the offerings I still have to do is Sacred Mending and the Iron Corpus, which I don't need, to be honest. I'm happy with my attribute build, so I'm not going to reallocate them anytime soon, so I'm not spending... Gloam Seed, that's what it's called. I'm not spending that on that. Grant the Seneschal the ability to repair equipment. Also, I don't understand this one because when you die, right, you lose like 5 to 10% or something like that. I can't remember the exact numbers, but you die in the Crucible, you lose the durability, but you're instantly back in town, so why wouldn't you just go repair from the blacksmith? Like, what is the point of having him? I must be missing something because I don't see why. And it costs 20 Gloam Seed to get that offering. Anyway, short story is I'm not spending my Gloam Seed on these. This is the buying you can do now. So I can buy 133 silver ingots if I wanted to. I've already bought a bunch. I think I bought like 80, which I used a ton for upgrading. And then I think I've got like 50 or something left over in my chest just because, you know, down the road, maybe I'll want them. And I'm taking advantage of it unless, you know, until maybe it gets patched out because this is just amazing that you can buy as many as you want. But yeah, you can do that with all the resources. So if you have struggled to kind of take time farming to get the stuff you need to upgrade or do the building projects or whatever, do this, have fun with the Crucible, and along the way you'll be able to just buy everything you need, which is great. But then now what we can do is exalt things. So let's see, I've already exalted this, can't do that. You can exalt the rings, which is fantastic. This only costs 15 to exalt. That costs 15. This costs 15, 15, 15. Okay, everything costs 15 by the looks of it. So I can exalt one thing. So as you can see, what happens is it slightly increases the damage. This one, 6 increases the damage, but this is +1 to the damage. But the gems also get increased. Whereas like on a magic item, of course, it's going to increase the magic effects. I think I said this before, but I don't really find magic items, unless they're blue, they can be good. But most of the time, I just prefer the bonuses and benefits you get from using gems. And as soon as you increase, and with weapons, you get extra runes as well. But as soon as you enchant them, it decreases both the rune slots and the gem slots. So I prefer the gems. It's up to you. But as you can see, yeah, with the magic item, all these things get buffed. Except it looks like, okay, attack stamina cost decrease doesn't change. Attack speed increases by more. Yeah, attack speed increased by 15% now. Movement speed 10%. sprint stamina cost, that doesn't really affect me, but it's up to 25% there. And it increases all my resistances. So upgrading, like enchanting or exalting, sorry, the rings is actually really, really good. I mean, obviously over time, I'm going to exalt everything I have. But look at that. I mean, I could realistically, or potentially, get to the point where I could be at a light weight class, or just have these things decreased enough that I could add a shield for if ever I wanted to try get into parrying. Because that's the other thing about gloves I've noticed, is like all their magic things seems to, and every gem you can slot into them hinge on parrying and blocking, which I don't do. But if I can decrease my weight by exalting everything and then get a shield, maybe I'll get into parrying, and that'll make my gloves a lot better. Yeah, it's just interesting how this opens the doors to a lot more things, which is great. What am I going to go for now? Okay, this is what I've got. Plague resistance, focus on focus use, armor increased. I kind of want to go for my weapon, to be honest. Yeah, cold damage goes up by 5%. I gain 6% health on kill. 2% stamina gain doesn't change. 1 extra damage. Either that or the agility ring, the fierce ring, sorry. No. It is the agility ring that I want to do. Let's just go with my weapon for now. Why not? I'm going to exalt that. Nice. Okay. And once something is exalted, obviously you can't exalt it again, but how much do I have now? I have 5 left, so yeah, I can't exalt anything else. But yeah, that's how the exalting works. I'm sure there could be some interesting things, like if you do really specialized builds using purple and blue items. I guess I'm more of a generalist, so I like to have things that allow me to choose, oh, I'm going to put this gem in there, and I'm going to be kind of useful in all scenarios. But yeah, that's how exalting works, and I think that's everything I have to show you with the shop. Yeah, this is a line I saw, which was kind of interesting. So when he says quiet one, he means a Cerim, which is what I am. So he's asking him maybe if he was one once. Was this a bargain I made for what, I wonder? Yeah, I think that's all there is with him, so let's continue. Alright, wow, we're getting a lot of these, the gloam, I think that's what they're called. Gloam seed is the resource. Yeah, we're getting a lot of them in this run. Hi! Oops, completely missed. They're very good at dodging, I've noticed. Oh, nice. The spin actually came in pretty useful there. Oh, is that a... No, I thought that was a big guy. I think you only get a big guy in the final elevator that comes down. One of the other echoes that I find really useful to get, especially if you get to use the higher rarity version, is one that makes your stamina costs a lot lower. So it means you can just really go on heavy attacks on the enemy and not have to worry about your stamina running out. It's really useful for the final boss fight, because then you just go with a crazy amount of attacks and you can still dodge as soon as he starts attacking. Alright, we've got a ton of trace stuff to use. Okay, I don't think I want any of this, so I'm going to re-roll. Stamina cost reduced by 50%. No, I don't want that. Damage increased by 100% at full health. I mean, yeah. Holy crap, that's good. As long as I keep myself healed. If you paired this with the lifesteal one, that would be insane. Don't want that. Focus regens. I might add that. Oh, I really want to get the lifesteal now, because that paired with the unique, other unique echo would be incredible. Yeah, damage increased by 100% at full health. I wonder if that actually reflects in your inventory. Also, am I at full health now? I forget where you can check. Oh no, I'm 3 off. Ah, I'm just gonna use it. Just get to health, full health, and then I can get the full damage increase. So yeah, I'm at 147 now. Yeah, the damage buff doesn't actually get shown in your inventory. It'd be kind of cool if they added that, so you can actually see. I mean, I assume it's So this would be doing 68 instead of 34. It's a 100% increase, right? Does it take into account your cold damage as well? Not 100% sure. I mean, this would be doing 90. I wish you just could kind of see that, though. Whoops, don't want to get hit. And I got hit. So that is the other thing, I guess. Is like, I get hit often enough that to really take advantage of that unique echo, I would have to get the lifesteal. I'm just going to use it, though, in case I do happen to get that lifesteal. But nice. A little lightning shock took him out. I'm going to re-roll this. Enemies take 10% more. Elemental. Nah, I don't think I want any of that. Whoops. Okay, did I actually... I don't want any of these, so I'm going to have to re-roll again. There are certain runs where I end up using a lot of my trace echoes. Is that what they're called? I can't remember. I end up using a lot of them just to re-roll. Kind of annoying, but... You know, if you're not seeing something you like, that's what you have to do. Okay, we got a worm here. Gone. Am I at full health now? I am. That's why I felt like I was doing so much more damage. Also, this is the room that I died in on my first attempt at the new Crucible. Ah, I took damage there. Oh well. Hey, that was not kind. Oof. I forgot about that, like, attacking spree that they can go on. I need to be careful here. And die. Nice. Okay, I should probably heal up. And re-roll. 25% chance to deal critical damage. What? I didn't even realize there was a guy shooting at me. You annoying cretin. Oh, that attack is so annoying. Where they like blast you and knock you down. Okay, wait. I don't think I want any of these. Damage taken decreased by 40%, but movement speed decreased by 30. No thank you. 25 critical, but take 15 more. Okay, this is interesting because I actually can take this because I have this, which they cancel each other out. So that's actually useful. Nice. So now it basically just equates to same damage. I take the same amount of damage, but now I have 25% chance to deal critical damage. Which I don't know actually what the default is of like how much critical damage is. Is it like a 1.5 multiplier or 2 multiplier? I honestly don't know. And I have not taken the time to look it up. Nice. Nice. Love the backstabs. You can get some pretty brutal ones now as well, because they've added high levels of brutality to some of the kills. Alright, let's re-roll this again. All equipment becomes weightless. Wow. I mean, ooh, and that one as well. That's great. I'm definitely going to get that one. But this is cool, but for me, kind of pointless. Like, I guess like it would allow me to use much heavier things. Yeah, maybe this is something I'm missing, but this feels kind of pointless to me. I'm definitely going to go for that damage reduction though. That's really good. Oh. Oh, you hit me? Oh, I forgot. These guys can blink now as well, which is really cool. But they're not as good as me. Oh, actually, this is the last one I'm going to be able to get. Unless... I'm going to get this one as well, but... We just completed level 9, so yeah. Now, I think it used to be that the 7th room was the end of the boss room. But now it's level 10. Floor 10, room 10, whatever you want to call it. Alright, we're here. What I'm going to do is use this quickly. Heal up, get full health, increase my max health, reset this damage boost, drink a focus potion, and we're good to go. Okay, we've got the food we want, we've got everything ready. Let's do this. I found that being pretty aggressive against him is probably the best strategy. As long as you obviously keep in mind that you need to dodge certain attacks. It's really good to just keep aggressively attacking, and then, wow, I'm doing crap tons of damage. Oh, that's right, because I have full health, which means doing 100% damage. I also have, what am I trying to say? Oh, the potential for crit damage, so maybe that's what I was seeing. But yeah, you can see, like, constantly getting him knocked down is really useful. Of course, the hard part of this fight is the second phase, where Cerim the Echo Knight jumps off his mount. Haven't taken a hit yet, which is not like me. This is great. Wow. Oh yeah, so with Cerim, as he jumps off, when he lands, he does that like big explosion. So you got to try to time it so that you're dodging as he lands, because otherwise you get plagued. Oh, I took my first hit there. That's okay. This fight is going very well indeed. Oof. Stun him and get a heal off. There we go, nice. And now we're back up to that crazy damage boost. And in this form, when he gets here, the other attack that he does that's really annoying... Oh, but can I just point out there again, like, he started that attack process, and because I used my blink, he lost tracking. Again, like, the blink attack is just so powerful. Or blink rune, rather. Because it can get you out of harm's way so often. It's just so crazy useful. Oops. Ooh, get him stunned. Okay. Yeah, the thing I was saying is he has this attack, and I think it only triggers after you've gone halfway on his health bar. Oopsie. Let's get a heal off quickly. Nice. Still got hit, but that's okay. Yeah, it's basically he slams the ground 3 times. I don't know if we'll actually get to see him do it this time because I'm taking him out too quickly and staying too close. But he slams the ground 3 times, and each hit... Oh, it's this one, yeah. Oh, there we go. I missed the first one. Yeah, okay, I dodged the other 2. So every slam damages you and plagues you. So you've got to dodge at the right times so you don't get hit, because it can do a lot of damage, and that plague really ticks down very quickly as well. Just something to be aware of. Oh, let's get close to him again. Knock him down. Nice. Oh, I can't get a heal off. I'm going to get away from him, though. Oh. Dodge. No, I'm dead. I think I'm dead. Heal quick, heal quick. Okay, I'm alive. But you see how that slam attack can be really dangerous. I think it's probably his most dangerous attack. And this is done. We've won this. Down he goes. Nice. Okay. Well, I wanted to show you a full Crucible run, and we managed to do that. And hopefully I'm going to be able to show you now that if you do it with this, the static shock thing, you get to keep it. So when you take him out, I think for both, I didn't actually pay attention, but I think both phases, you take out his steed, you get a bunch of the Gloam seed resource, and then when you kill him you get a bunch as well. So I went up from 5 to 13, unless I got 1 or 2 during the actual run, but yeah, I'm up to 13 now, which is great. So obviously completing the run is the best way to just get as much as you can and get those offerings done and be able to exalt things, all that kind of stuff. But the other thing you get is he generally drops 1 unique weapon or legendary or whatever the gold thing is, and 1 of these icores. It's just to show you how completely pointless that is for me. I'm up to 12 of them now. I can't use them. I don't know if there's going to be an update later where you can like transform them into something, or maybe there's going to be more character like upgrades that you can get by using them, but for now they're a completely useless resource because you can't sell them. So I could just store them in my home, but yeah, they're just there. And you get 1 every time you beat them, and there's certain bounties where you get them as well. So there's ways to just get a ton of them and not be able to use them. But yeah, he also drops a legendary or unique, whatever you want to call it, weapon. This is a two-handed one. Deals 23 damage on a parry. I don't parry, so useless for me. Damage increased by at full health. That's cool. Increased by 20% against large enemies. That's great for the boss. Health increase. The problem is I'm just really not a fan. I can show you I've got this double-handed weapon. They're just so slow. And like they do big damage, but I love the mobility of these one-handed weapons. Okay, enough rambling. Let's get to the final chamber. So as before, you still go to this final chamber where there's a bunch of chests before you progress. So there's always the hope that you'll get something nice. That's all sell. Oh, that'll sell. That'll keep, I guess. Another pickaxe. So yeah, this is a good way still to build up your money, even though you don't get, like previously you could get a lot more money because enemies dropped normal items and very good ones at that, so you could sell them all. Governor's dagger. No. Emblem. I guess I'll sell that. Okay, let's take that. And then you should normally also get a legendary item in the final chest. The other thing to point is I don't know what the point of fallen embers now are, because the only point before used to be that you used one every time you did a run, but now they aren't used for that. So they must have a plan for what to do with them, because I have 60 of them in my inventory and I've sold a bunch as well because I don't know how many I'm going to need to keep. Anyway, let's open up the last chest and have a look. Ooh, a one-handed katana. Pretty pointless for me unless I respect, but it's 27 agility or dexterity and 26 faith. The other thing, again, with the, not to harp on this too much, but like with the golden ones, the runes are all decided for you. So like this one has Plague Whirl, which I've got on this one, has a jump cut, slashing dash, and twirl dash. I think twirl dash I've seen before. I haven't seen the other two. Probably pretty good, but like you don't have blink, and blink for me is just like make or break. Maybe just with my playstyle, but yeah. The last thing I wanted to point out is that so the required level here of these are 21. I have found now, and I don't know if this is just as a result of the updates. Well, let me just quickly take this all, and then I can potentially show you. Lightning Assault 200 weapon. I'll just take it all. Let's see if any of my items 21, 21, 21. Yeah, they're all still 21. But I have seen that there are some items that require level 25 now. So I'm not 100% sure if they're going to be a whole lot better. I haven't had a chance to really look into that yet, like upgrading them and all that. But one would think they would be. But I don't know. So anyway, as you can see, unless you haven't played this or haven't seen my last episode of my Crucible right now, if you want to, go ahead. I think it's episode 15. Go ahead and watch that, and you can see what the Crucible used to look like. But the other thing of note is that you used to just get a ton of items. So by the end of a run, generally my entire item inventory would be full, and it would create, huge amount of income for me. That's why I have so much money and was able to spend a whole ton on silver ingots. But you still get a decent amount for these things and selling them. And I got 6 silver just from the chest. So you can still get a good amount of money. And as long as you're not having to continually spam all your heal items, because it does cost a fair amount to cook these sirloin platters, at least for me, and purchase, the ingredients and the flask for the focus potions. As long as you're not having to spam all of those things, you can get through these runs and still make a good amount of money. But yeah, that's it. That's the end of the run. So let's head back. And the last thing will be to show you if it keeps which I think it does. Oh no, it's changed. Okay, so either there was some other way that I got the bug, or I missed an update that patched it. But yeah, I don't have the spark and electricity around me anymore. Maybe there's still a way to do it, and the way I did it was just not something I did this time. But who knows? Anyway. Sorry, I couldn't show you that. I think that's it. Yeah, I don't think there's much more for me to show you. I did see, I followed one of the main designers, or I follow one of the main designers on Twitter, and he posted yesterday saying like, oh yeah, we're so proud of this, and we know a lot of you are looking forward to some more content, but we're working hard, and we just wanted to give you something for now. So there will be more content coming. For now, it's just this, but it is a lot of fun, and it's fun to keep running it through and getting the upgrades, and I'm still going to be doing it a bunch so that I can exalt all my items, because thus far it's only my sword and my body armor. I've still got these 3 to exalt, as well as all 3 of my rings. So by the end of it, I'll be significantly stronger, which is really cool. So it does also make me think, I wonder what's coming in further content, because yeah, I'm already pretty powerful. I don't really have much trouble with anything, even as you saw the Echo Knights, as long as I'm concentrating. And I know this is true of any Souls-like game, any game with high combat difficulty. As long as you concentrate, it's fine. But I will say, I feel pretty chill most of the time. And I think that's a combination of me getting a bit more competent with the game, but also like my build now is just so much armor. I don't take much damage. I'm paying attention and dodging, and yeah. So I'm curious to see, now that they're giving ways of buffing ourselves even more, like what is coming with future content updates. I don't know. I'm excited. But for now, that is going to have to do it for No Rest for the Wicked yet again. I love the fact that we got to jump into this for a couple episodes, and I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, please go ahead, give the video a like, subscribe to my channel. That would be very, very helpful, and you'll and turn notifications on, and then you'll definitely see when I drop some more videos, when we get some more content. I can't wait for that. But for the time being, we're going to get back to our current series, which is Hi-Fi Rush. So I'm very excited about that, because we are in early days with that one. We're just getting started. But for now, that's going to be it. Also, comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on my approach to No Rest for the Wicked, my build, my current one at least. Let me know if you've found any other generalized builds like the one I have, maybe based on faith or something like that. Or if you have something that's much more specialized, I'd love to hear some thoughts on that, or point me in the direction of, yeah, some examples of some really cool specialized builds, and maybe I'll give it a try to do one for myself. But for now, that is going to be it. Thank you as always for being here. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next episode.